Relevant Rasslin Productions. It's always relevant to us, damn it.
Tim would usually be making face. Greetings, buzz humans, smarts, marks, hipsters, and trolls. It's me, the voice of Relevant Rasslin Productions, and your humble narrator for this evening's event. It's me, Joe Fortune. Buzz humans, how the hell are you? I'm here with Chris.
What's happening?
This is Relevant Rasslin Weekly, Episode 6. No Escape. I'm going to be working on the artwork and shit later for this, as usual, for when we post it on Friday. No Escape, guys. Why did we choose that for this week's episode title? Well, because Elimination Chamber, WWE Elimination Chamber, is this weekend.
I just learned that tonight.
Yeah, and we learned that the German name for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view is being billed as No Escape. And we figured there's no escape from the just ridiculous writing and booking of WWE right now, especially after that ridiculously long gauntlet match on Monday.
I fell asleep halfway through.
Yeah, however you guys felt about that match, I'm
man.
sorry if you liked it. That's awesome.
To be completely honest.
If not, if you thought it was long-winded, that's understandable. So yeah, No Escape, episode 6, guys. Weekly Buzz, we're here. Just want to plug the social media and give some shout outs before we get into things. Make sure to follow us on all the social media platforms so you can ride the digital buzz waves with us. Join the Facebook group, facebook.com/Relevant Rasslin. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Been posting some really good content lately on the Instagram. A lot of classic flyers, Japanese photos from a couple magazines that I picked up from Stash Pages. Shout out to Stash Pages. He's got some great vintage WWE and Japanese merchandise on his Instagram page and on his website. Yeah, I've been posting some old FMW photos, some old New Japan and All Japan photos, flyers, that kind of shit. So check it out. Make sure to subscribe to Relevant Rasslin Productions on YouTube. Listen to us on Audio Boom and Google Play Music so you can hear refined audio versions of our shows and our podcasts. And make sure to... Yeah, I'm going to try to get us on iTunes soon and like other platforms because, I don't know, I hear good things about your numbers when you get onto iTunes. That can help us out. Reach more of you buzz humans. We're going to be trying to work on, like I always say this, but we're actually going to start working on more articles and blogging for our Facebook group notes section on our Facebook page. And I'm going to try to be doing more articles for the Japanese Pro Ichiban page. So check that page out on Facebook. And WordPress. Guys, want to give big shout outs to some new friends. You guys might know some of them, but if you don't, big shout out to False Finish Productions. Been talking to Matt from False Finish about a lot of things, maybe some upcoming, I don't necessarily say like collaborations, but maybe helping them out with some upcoming projects that they have. And also big shout out to Mr. HVWA, Tenacious Tyler, our man from the Hudson Valley Wrestling Alliance page, False Finish Productions, and Relevant Rasslin. That's us. Our big supporters of the Hudson Valley Wrestling Alliance page. And Tyler always shows us love. So, right back at you, bro. Guys, check out the Hudson Valley Wrestling Alliance Facebook page and Twitter page. And, guys, Tyler is trying to put together... I know this probably sounds crazy. A lot of you guys are like a pipe dream, but he is trying to put together like a show for the area, an indie show for sometime in the fall. He's got a GoFundMe page up there. It's got a lot of cool graphics and stuff. Tyler does a lot of great work. yeah, if you can donate anything to his GoFundMe page, yeah, help him live out his dream of being able to book a show, an old school style show, back here in the Hudson Valley, tri-state area. He wants to call it Insurgency. So yeah, do what you can, guys. Help out the fellow Buzz humans. Guys, remember, kayfabe may be dead, but originality and diversity are not. Relevant Rasslin Productions. It's always relevant to us, damn it.
Always relevant, bro.
That's right, bro. So here we are.
Always.
Episode 6, No Escape. Elimination Chamber is on Sunday. Let me pull up our little...
Are you telling me the gauntlet match wasn't the pay-per-view?
Dude, I think that we probably saw... I mean, if you guys watched Raw, which I don't blame you if you didn't. Dude, they pretty much gave everything they could possibly have given away. There was a ridiculous amount of false finishes. I think I counted 27 within the first 15 minutes.
I mean, I was sleeping.
Elimination Chamber, or at least what is out so far for the card. I mean, there's only like 4 matches that are official right now. I swear that I read something earlier that said like 3 more matches were announced, but I couldn't find that article. So I think this article has like 2 speculated matches. Yeah, it does. So we can go. The article that I do have has 2 speculated matches, so we can just go off of those. We could actually start with those because those are probably going to be pre-show matches. But yeah, Elimination Chamber, the road to WrestleMania 34 is underway, and this is the first stop on the road to WrestleMania, the relevant road to WrestleMania, right? This is
always relevant.
This is Raw's pay-per-view. I guess, I liked when they had like a SmackDown and a Raw Elimination Chamber, but now they have a Raw Men's Elimination Chamber.
Last year was SmackDown's.
Oh, what?
Last year's Elimination Chamber was SmackDown brand. That's when Bray Wyatt won.
Oh, yeah, no shit, dude.
And then last year Fastlane is when Goldberg
won
beat Owens, right?
Oh, yeah, and that
beat
stupid
Owens,
match.
And then he fought Brock at WrestleMania. But they flip-flopped it. They flip-flopped it this year. But I think this is the last time doing separate brands, or one more time and then after me?
Yeah, no, now they're right now. That's another like big piece of news that came out was that WWE's not going to do like single brand pay-per-views anymore. They're going to just do split brand pay-per-views. And there are also rumors that the pay-per-views could be anywhere from 3 to 5 hours now, because
5 hours. It's like,
yeah, like 4 hours with the pre-show, because they're gonna pay-per-views will increase. I think Meltzer, great source.
But like NXT. NXT's 2.5 straight cut.
Yeah.
Like no more. Maybe sometimes 240. 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, for NXT, but I don't know how WWE's gonna do because now they're gonna add more matches, right?
So just make it a 3-hour show and just make one show dominant than the other once in a while. I mean, that's how I would do it. Just flip flop it. They used to do that before, didn't they?
Yeah, but they didn't do 4 hours worth. They did.
Not 4 hours.
They did
3 hours.
They did pay-per-views with people from both brands, and that's how they were able to set up matches for WrestleMania. Like like Brock would bump into Batista, or Eddie would bump into like Benoit or somebody, and then they would be like, "Oh, we're gonna have a match," and like that's kind of like how they teased that shit last year when they did the Raw Super Show, and they had like the Club and the Shield, and I don't remember what other fucking
we'll see.
faction there was.
Something needs to change soon. We'll see what happens.
But anyway, back to Elimination Chamber on Sunday, the 25th, from Las Vegas. We'll start with the speculated matches that we think will probably be on the pre-show. Titus Worldwide challenged I believe on Twitter, they challenged the Bar to a tag team championship because they beat them on Raw, which, guys, the streak has been broken after about 8 months. I think it's been, for the first time in 8 months, that's right, Raw did not do the Bar versus the Shield. I was shocked.
Wow.
So they did Bar versus Titus Worldwide, and of course Titus Worldwide.
Well, they put their dues in. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, Titus Worldwide went over, so they called them out on Twitter, and we could just assume that they're going to have a tag title match on Sunday. So
I don't like.
What do you think about that, Chris?
I still think the Bar retains. And then the Titus Worldwide gets another shot somewhere. Maybe Mania, or maybe like it'll be a multi, whatever. It could be anything. The gimmick, I feel like the gimmick's favorite views is let's just make everything a multi match. Which is keeping adding more people to an already 6-person match.
Yeah, which I think is the frustrating part of that to me is that, like, okay, while I do appreciate the fact that they're giving opportunity to a lot of people to get that payday,
but it also shows that you signed way too many talent. I'm not saying they're all bad, but it just shows like you went out like, just eat everybody up, and then this is what happens. And
it shows a weakness in the writers that they don't have anything for all the talent, so they're just gonna put them in multi-man matches, and just like they do with the women, six-man tag, 6-woman tag, 4 teams, 4-team elimination, fatal 4-way, fatal 5-way, 7 people in the elimination chamber. It's just lazy booking. Like, I appreciate that they give these people the opportunity to make money, and you get to see everybody, but
yeah.
Nobody's even coming anyway, because if you guys saw those pictures from the crowd on SmackDown on Thursday, it was pretty, the arena was pretty bare, but we're talking about Raw, so
I just think the bar goes over.
Yeah, I think the bar will go over Titus Worldwide too. I don't really care about Titus Worldwide, except the only thing I'm interested in is Dana Brooks' outfit. Other than that, I could care less about
speaking of truth.
About them. I'm sorry. And see, here we are again. Like, this match is like another pointless match. Like, I don't even know who's the heel or the face in this. Like, this is just dumb. Like,
I would say the Revival's the heel.
Revival, like, so now the Luke Gallows and Anderson, the club is face.
Well, they never really were established as heels.
So this is like another. See, this is what it says on here. The secondary Raw storyline should work as a kickoff show match. One would think. Yeah, it probably will be the kickoff match, and like Chris said, it's probably just going to wind up these 4 teams in a fatal 4-way at WrestleMania. So I don't even think it matters who wins any of this match, of these matches. But
I would probably say the Revival, because they're trying to reestablish themselves. Maybe this will help them, but
I feel like the
Heat.
But I feel like the Heat has been lost on both of those teams, and they've been. They've just been 50-50 booked to, like, it's like the Revival was like they had to, like,
they got their ass kicked at Raw 25.
Yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. They got their asses kicked by old men at Raw 25, and then they won a match like a week or so ago, and
against them,
yeah, and then it's like now Gallows and Anderson, they were doing the thing with Baylor, but
Baylor, like Anderson won, but then you put Luke Gallows with them and they lose. Like, okay, what's the difference?
Yeah, so they better win this, but I don't really care about these tag matches. And if I could speculate, I couldn't even speculate if they're to add a third match.
Less the better, probably.
Cruiserweight match? I thought, but I guess they're gonna.
No, the match is gonna be WrestleMania, the title match.
Oh shit! Then I have no idea if they're gonna even add another.
No, they're never gonna add that.
So we'll just go to the main card. Oh boy, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy.
We just don't care.
I don't care either, and I think what are they gonna do? They're just gonna laugh at each other.
I'm still sticking to like they're gonna become like a tag team. I don't know. That's my like whispering the wind out there. Just blow it out there.
You don't want? Is Jeff ready to come back?
I don't read that much on the internet right now, but the last thing I heard, nothing.
Dude, I could honestly. I'm so disappointed by this broken Matt Hardy thing. It's just every week it's just him clicking his teeth in front of a fucking dirty sheet in the back. That's not broken. It's just fucking
watered down.
Dude, it's completely watered down, and they.
Who cares?
I don't even care. I don't want to talk about it because I'm not gonna sit here and bitch about it because everybody knows that the gimmick sucks. Alright, women's match. Wow, so this is like heavily dominated by the girls. Alright, cool. Asuka versus Nia Jax, and with the stipulation that obviously Asuka is the #1 contender for WrestleMania. She hasn't really chosen an opponent yet, but the way that they're booking things right now, it looks like they're leading into her challenging Bliss. But so then the strange stipulation for this match is that if Nia Jax beats Asuka, she'll be added to the Raw Women's title match at WrestleMania, which you could speculate that since Asuka hasn't officially declared who she wants to face, that, she might not even be in the Raw Women's title match at WrestleMania herself. But, I can't really see them having Asuka lose here to Nia Jax. But I don't know why they would also put that stipulation there.
Unless she doesn't lose cleanly, does that still count?
See, that's what I'm trying to think. Is there a way around it with WWE's ridiculous logic? No, dude, you know how they are. They'll just put that on there, and they're the type to attach a stipulation to a match, and then just be like, because they think it'll draw interest to that match, but they'll never have the stipulation go through because they don't know how to follow through with anything. They can only book chapter 1 of a book.
Asuka will win, and somehow Nia Jax will still get into the thing.
Yeah, because
or you think Alexa Bliss makes? Well, no, it doesn't even matter because she's gonna have a match earlier. It's like Alexa Bliss.
I just feel bad because it's like they're trying to book them both with a lot of momentum. So is Asuka gonna go over as this big baby face?
She has to. She won the Rumble.
But then you just derail Nia as this monster that she's supposed to be, but she loses all the time. I don't know. I really don't know what they're gonna do with this match.
I still think Asuka's gonna beat. Bliss.
I know Asuka's gonna win this, but I really don't know what they're doing with the stipulation in this match. Just put like I said, just put up there to draw people. To draw people into the match, but they're not.
It's gonna be interesting to say. That's for sure. That's the one thing. It's has a little question mark. Some things to kind of cut clean. He's gonna win type of shit. So we'll see what happens.
But would Nia even get a match at WrestleMania if she doesn't win this?
I don't know.
Because I feel like everybody's still under the impression that Asuka is going to fight Rousey. So.
No, I don't think that's the case. I think she's gonna fight Stephanie.
That's what I think she's gonna fight Stephanie too. But I don't think. I feel like a lot of people don't think that. They want to see her fight Asuka, so they think it's going to be Asuka and Rousey, and they're going to get Bliss, and
it will make how it will kill it will kill Ronda, only because it won't show that she can't work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. She can't have a decent
Where opposed
match
to Stephanie, she could be a little more dominant. And showcase a little bit, but not against Asuka, who's been doing this way more. Okay, Ronda because MMA, but you also got it's a whole different ball game. It's not real. I don't know how to explain it. Right?
No, you're saying I know what you're saying. You're saying that you could say it. She'll be exposed in a match against Asuka. So it's better to protect her, to put her in a fucking match with Steph and Triple H and The Rock or whoever, so that way she can do her spots. And they can all get over, dude. But I don't think she's gonna be this big fucking savior that they think she's gonna be. And speaking of Ronda, that segues into the next portion because we don't really have many matches to talk about Chamber, but the next portion of the Chamber, which is that we're finally gonna see Ronda again on WWE. I can't even say TV because she hasn't been on WWE TV, even though she was advertised for it. She would be on WWE programming. And I'm not going to call it I'm not even going to refer to the show as a pay-per-view either. I'm just going to refer to it as Chamber or network content because it's nothing more than a glorified house show anyway. She's going to be on WWE, content finally. So we're going to see her again because she's going to sign her Raw contract on Sunday night at the Chamber. How do you think that segment's going to go down? Are we going to see the old table flip?
I think we're going to see maybe a little in the face of Stephanie or some way.
She's going to flip the table on. See, that'll get me hyped for it though. At least in the moment.
It's going to play. It's if there's interaction with the both of them in a negative, not a heated type of way, then it only can speculate that they're gonna have a match, and then it only makes sense that Triple H would be in her corner, and you'd have Angle because the whole thing with the Survivor Series then, we just pedigreed them. I don't know, it doesn't matter. That planted that seed.
See, people are saying they're speculating a lot of different people that could be Rousey's partner, but I think
it's gonna be Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
Because he's going to be because he's going to be
if they can't get Rock right. If they can't get Rock, I want it to be Rock, dude. Rock will draw bigger. You know, Rock will get me more interested than Ronda will, but
yeah, but Kurt ain't going in the ring again. He's gonna be in he's only gonna really against Triple H, and that was probably the idea from the beginning.
Dude, the whole thing is just for H and Steph to get their moment with another celebrity.
I mean, H did take the pin last year.
Fair enough, but he still was in the match.
Yeah.
At Mania, still taking up spots.
Yeah, at least they never tied it the last time.
Dude. Yeah. When H was champion, H was randomly champion for like 2 months.
Right? Just loses to Roman Reigns because he won at the Rumble, right? When Roman Reigns had to defend his title at the Rumble, and he came in.
Yeah, the Rumble was for the belt.
And he came in like number 30, Triple H, and he just beat him.
Yeah. So stupid.
But
But yeah, I think
so funny.
I think if they don't have Ronda flip the table over on Steph and put her in an armbar or something. See, like I would like for her to do that. I would like for it to go down like an old school contract signing. You know, maybe Steph makes a smart ass remark. Even though I don't think they'll ever let anybody go over or get heat on Steph anymore. For whatever reason. Have Ronda flip the table, put her in an armbar, Triple H's music hits, H can come down and, you know,
pull
I'm not saying I would say pull them apart. I don't want Ronda to like feed for Steph or back down at all. And then that can kind of leave that open, and then, you know, it'll be the next couple weeks. It's like, okay, now Ronda has to find a partner. You know, but are they you know, smart enough to do something like that?
Yeah,
and leave something like that open?
If she signed a thing, does that mean that she's going to be on Raw next night, though? One has to assume. What's this whole full-time contract? Is that okay? That full-time contract, that means you're going to be there on a weekly basis.
Yeah, that's what the notes say there. It is a full-time contract, so I mean,
so now after you finally, you showed up,
you're
here, now you're going to get the contract signed. Does that mean, you officially start tomorrow?
See, but that's why they need to start leaving. They need to like start leaving the cliffhangers, but they need to start following up on them. Like let her, let Triple H come down. Okay, then let her show up, and then maybe she can call out H, and then like Kurt could come down. Because maybe like H will, go to give her the pedigree or something, or just shit will just break down on Raw in the beginning of Raw, and Kurt can come down, and then Kurt and H can get in each other's face, and H can do the gimmick, the unbutton gimmick.
We'll see what happens.
See, like I could get excited for it if they put the effort into it, if they build around it, if they do these these little cliffhangers, like who's gonna help out Steph? Is it gonna be Steph versus Ronda, or is it gonna be Ronda versus Asuka? No, okay, this is.
I want to know whose idea it was to put together a 2-hour gauntlet match for Monday Night Raw.
Dude, I want to know whose idea it was. Yeah, to give us the pay-per-view for free on Monday night. I guess we should just talk about the men's chamber first, then, and we'll talk about that.
I mean, who cares? Roman's gonna win. Heard it first.
Yeah, well,
what else am I gonna say?
Yeah, we got the 7-way chamber. We don't know how it's going to start.
Seth Rollins gonna be number 1. Watch, he's gonna be to the very end. He's gonna be the one that's gonna lose to Roman.
No, we know who's gonna be number 1. Didn't somebody? Miz is number 1. He lost that match a couple weeks ago.
Oh, okay, but he's probably gonna be first round eliminated, and that also protects him anyway. So who cares? Because
they're gonna start out with 3 people because there's 7 people, or 2 guys are gonna be in a pod. There's not. See, like, what?
No, it's gonna start 3-way.
Yeah, it's gonna have to start as a 3-way. It's gonna have to start as a 3-way.
I mean, I don't know. We know is Elias is gonna be last.
Yeah, Elias is gonna be last. Miz is gonna be first, and Roman's gonna win. So that's really all that that's all that needs to be said about that match, because everything was given away in that gauntlet. Like,
we're gonna see all the spots.
Like, congrats to Seth Rollins for going 65 minutes. Don't get me started. Ric Flair did 9 60-minute matches a week, in his sleep. And he didn't do any high spots, and he probably sold a lot better too. But whatever, we're not gonna rip Rollins and Raw on this one, not too much anyway. All right, Women's Championship Elimination Chamber. Oh boy, another accolade for the women in their weak ass women's evolution. Yeah, just like another stipulation match for them that just like with no build really, and I think it's just just another stupid thing for Steph to do for them to try to say that they made history, but
yeah,
who cares about this? I don't know. Elimination Chamber, Bliss defends against Sasha, Bailey, Mickey, Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. See, the interesting thing in here is that like Mandy and Sonya are on
the same team.
Yeah,
Technically, same
Absolution, Paige's squad. So that's cool because they got the little alliance in there. But I don't know. I hope Bliss wins. I don't really see anybody in there going over.
I think Bliss is gonna win because I think this is gonna be an altercation with Sasha and Bailey.
Yeah, hopefully they can. Hopefully, what can we take away from this is that Bliss will still be champion, and maybe we'll get a heel turn from Banks or Bailey, and that will set up a match with them at WrestleMania. Because WrestleMania, yeah, I could plant the early seeds for that. We already know that WrestleMania is going to be 17 and a half hours long this year, so I'm sure they'll fit.
True, but it only makes sense to have it at SummerSlam, the spot of their first epic. I mean, their first match in Brooklyn was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that was a great match.
Yeah, that was when Banks was calm.
That was a great match.
Didn't do suicide dives
it's only fitting to have their big match again in the Barclays Center, but this time at SummerSlam, not the NXT takeover.
Yeah, so they can once again make history.
What do you mean make history?
That's what they'll bill it as.
Oh, what, 2 out of 3 falls match? Whatever. If it was anything like that, man, I'm okay.
I know they did.
I thought it was fun.
They did used to have good matches, but I just feel like Sasha's really just become reckless recently, and I know that's gonna get a lot of heat, but whatever. Sasha's become reckless. Bailey's become boring. Bliss is the best. Mickey James looks fucking great for being the oldest one in the match, but I still don't understand the dynamic between her and Bliss, like going back and forth. And I guess it's because Bliss is trying to protect herself in this match, right? All right.
Please her anyway.
Mandy Rose, really fucking hot. Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville is underrated.
Yeah, she is underrated, dude. She's pretty cool.
Because if you watch her in NXT, they kind of job her out on the main roster. But in NXT, you put her in a match. I'm not saying she puts stellar matches on, but she can actually she's like a technical wrestler. She can wrestle. One of her last matches on NXT television was pretty good. She was like a different person.
See, I get I don't know why they don't put her with Ronda and Baszler and just do this fucking 4 Horsewomen thing or the
Sonya's the one who actually knows how to work.
Yeah, but did she have I don't know her history. I don't know enough about her history. I felt like they were just giving her that MMA gimmick to place hold in case they didn't get Ronda.
No, she was.
But she was into that shit too. Then they should put them all together. If they bring up,
but I think she's underrated. She's underrated. She's pretty good.
Yeah, and
I think down if this whole group breaks up,
someone has a real gimmick.
If this group breaks up, she'd be the one to shine. I think over Mandy Rose. No disrespect, Mandy Rose, for her looks, she could wrestle too. I'm not saying she is the best, but she's not your typical hot blonde. She actually I think her wrestling is clean. Sometimes. It's not it's a botch fest. You know what I mean?
Dude, I don't watch the.
I mean,
I know. I feel bad to say. I don't feel bad to say.
You know what I mean?
I don't really watch the women's six
the way
man tags for the past month, 2-3 months. It's been bad.
But yeah, whatever.
All right, so that's.
Bliss is gonna win.
Yeah. So that's our chamber preview. Real quick to go over our predictions. We got in a speculated match. We have I don't even know if we picked any from this. I guess the Revival over the Club in a speculated tag team match. Bar will retain over Titus Worldwide. We didn't even pick anyone from Matt Hardy or Bray Wyatt because we don't care.
Asuka.
Yeah, I think Asuka will probably win the Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt match because she's undefeated, right? So she'll also beat Nia Jax. Hopefully some shit breaks down with Steph and Ronda. Yeah, Bliss retains and Roman wins. So that's it for the Elimination Chamber portion. Okay, so let's try to get into something fun to liven up the mood. we will go with our meme of the week. BuzzHumans, I could not really find any good memes this week. But I always try to find, I will accept GIFs. And, if you guys have any memes or any, GIFs of the week, you can send them to us. I actually had 2 of them. I'll try to find clips of them. If not, one I don't have written down here, but I do remember it. I'll try to post them in the edit, the edited video of this. I'll try to edit the GIFs in. But the first one that I had was, I'm going to save the one that's written on here for last. But this was a clip from one that I thought was really funny that I saw was a GIF of our man. See, I always work this dude into every show because, he's our boy and he's killing it, booking awesome matches for his show during WrestleMania week. My man, the bad boy, Joey Janela, he there was a spot in his, I'm not sure who he wrestled against, but there is an AIW show in Chicago last week on Friday, and this GIF is like a spot of where he, it must have been like a hardcore match or, Fans Bring the Weapons or Falls Count Anywhere. So he was in, the ring, and I think he did like a call spot with the chairs, and everybody was like, tossing some chairs into the ring, and he rolled out of the ring, and he picked up one of the steel chairs, and he threw it over his head backwards, and it bounced off the turnbuckle, off the top rope, hit the middle rope, opened up, and landed open in the
I see that.
right on the ring. Yeah, I gotta find that. Yeah, so that was titled Chair Magic. That was the Chair Magic GIF. So that's definitely on the meme/GIF of the week. The Joey Janela Chair Magic GIF. Joey Janela got some other great GIFs out there. Obviously the Leo Rush no sell package pile driver powerbomb whatever spot.
That's so funny.
The one of him and MJF from the Cage of Death show recently, or where they did the Russian leg sweep off the wall through like 16 tables, and the classic Joey Janela and Zandig mother effing bomb off the roof through the flaming truck. So yeah, that add another one to Janela's stock. The second meme of the week, which again, sorry, BuzzHuman's not exactly a meme, but a little video clip that could be turned into a GIF.
It's so funny.
This
I
one,
didn't see him. Just reading it makes me laugh.
this one is fucking hysterical. I hope that you guys caught this on Raw. If you didn't, you got to see this clip because it's been being passed around. It's a little video clip from Monday Night Raw of the woman who turned to her male partner directly after Jeff Jarrett's Hall of Fame video package was played, and can clearly be seen saying to her male partner, "Who the fuck is that?" And then you can see the camera immediately pan away.
I'm just picturing it. I'm just picturing it in my head, and just like, what the. Who the fuck is
you
that?
Can see,
I can just picture it. And I'm just like, I'm dying. Oh my god.
You can see her staring intently at the Titantron. And she's in the front row, so the camera kind of pans up, and she taps on her male part.
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is that?
That's so funny.
So yeah, there you have it, BuzzHumans. The
so funny.
Video clips / memes / gifs of the week. Now let's talk about some other wrestling related things. This one not so much WWE. Chris, the Rockin' Rager from your man, the GOAT, Chris Jericho. Obviously, he's been dropping some bombs with some big names on there. He's going to be having guys from Bullet Club on there. He's going to be having a ton of bands. Ring of Honor is going to be doing their tournament at sea, where they're going to put a fucking ring in the middle of the ocean and have a goddamn wrestling tournament. But probably the biggest announcement of all, which Jericho announced this week, was his current rival, Kenny Omega, has been booked.
That was obvious.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. We had, everybody had originally speculated last year when they were teasing their feud, or starting their feud through Twitter, and Jericho posted that wave wave emoji, that they're going to have the match on the Cruise of Jericho. I keep calling it the Cruise of Jericho, even though it's the Rockin' Rager, but that's what I'm going to call it, on the Cruise of Jericho.
It's a crazy lineup. Just like, wrestling and music alone on a cruise ship, it's pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, I could afford. I mean, I'm doing WrestleMania week, so that's tough, and I want to do All In if it's in Chicago. Fingers crossed. But yeah, if I could afford to do the Jericho cruise, I definitely would. But yeah, like it was originally speculated that he'd be facing Omega on the cruise anyway. They obviously wound up having that match at Wrestle Kingdom this year. Jericho and Omega 2 will take place at the cruise. I mean, you know, has Jericho announced that he's going to wrestle? Of course he's going to wrestle at it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they haven't really announced anything else besides the Ring of Honor tournament at sea. So we don't even really know who's going to be in that. Probably the winner will get a title shot or whatever, right? I'm sure that's what the stipulation is. But yeah, we can definitely speculate that Jericho and Omega 2 will take place on the Cruise of Jericho. So that should be cool.
We'll see what happens. I mean, like, I don't think it's going to be televised. It's not going to be televised, obviously. There'll probably be videos of people online posting it.
Yeah, see, dude, that's something, like, I didn't even think of that, dude. That brings up a whole nother, like...
It's not going to be televised. Unless he, like...
Yeah, but, dude, this guy... But this is Jericho, dude, and he's all about revenue streams. Why not?
Stream it.
Dude, I pay-per-view it, dude, on Ring of Honor. When they do the tournament of... the Ring of Honor, the Sea of Honor tournament or whatever, tournament at fucking sea, whatever they call it, that could be the main event. Or, you know, that could be on that card. Or Jericho could just stream, like, a 3-hour event or on his website. I mean, there's so many different ways that they could show the matches. You know, maybe they put out a DVD. Maybe they put out a digital release later on. But that's, like, a really good point that I didn't think about was, you know, how are we going to be able, you know, us that aren't going to be on the cruise, going to be able to see these matches? They got to be streamed. I mean,
we'll see. It's still early.
Yeah, it's still early. That shit's not until October, right?
I'm saying if he's still announcing people like Kenny Omega, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be something.
So, some interesting news, but not necessarily like surprising. I'm sure a lot of people who, you know, follow the numbers more closely than we do know this. But I was listening to Jim Cornette's podcast the other day, and see, I don't just listen to one specific podcast, or we're not, you know, Russo fans, stans, or whatever you freaking call us, or, you know, we don't hate everybody. We listen to everyone.
I don't listen to Russo.
You only listen to Russo? That's all right.
I mean, that's except to my wrestling podcast. I also listen to other podcasts. Like different, not other than wrestling. Pretty much Russo's the only wrestling podcast I listen to.
Well, I gave Cornette's podcast a little listen to because I wanted to hear what he had to say about Omega and Jericho. Surprisingly, he had good things to say about that match. But like I said, something that was a little surprising to me, but not really so much after I thought, you know, I heard him explain it, was... you know, NXT is arguably, like, the hottest wrestling brand in the United States. Arguably, I'm sure some people will say, like, you know, Ring of Honor or whatever, but come on, NXT just got a 5-star match, right, recently?
It's also on a bigger platform, off its own.
Exactly. It's on WWE Network, so there you go. But, yeah, you may be... I was surprised, but I don't think people that studied, you know, or the numbers or follow the WWE financial side of things were surprised about this. But yeah, NXT makes no money for WWE, so NXT is actually, like, I don't know what the economical term for it is, but it's just it's like a loss. It's like all profit loss. It's like an expense. It's a complete expense. There you go. Because on Jim Cornette's podcast, like I said, he said that WWE, he got an earnings report from WWE, and he pointed out that according to the report, NXT only sold $7 million worth of tickets in 2016, but they had $20 million worth of expenses. So that's what, negative $14 million. So they made nothing that year, and they're $14 million in debt. And that in 2017, wow, they even made less than that. They made a little under $6 million in ticket sales, and there were $25 million in expenses. So, if you do the math out and you figure the profit loss from both years, they lost $32 million in 2 years, which Cornette said isn't a lot of money for WWE with like honestly what they're working with, but holy shit, dude, $32 million in 2 years to just lose and still be able to run your company, your brand. Like what other job could you possibly have, or field of work could you possibly work in where you could lose?
It's because it's not a standalone company.
Exactly, but anywhere else you like, it's just
dead.
Be honest, it's just because Triple H is and it's like a family business. Anywhere else, they would be like, if they would. That's it. You would be fired, and that brand would be closed. They'd be like,
but
what are you
it's a
doing?
family
32
business,
million.
But you're still losing money. So where's the gain in it?
The gain is new stars, I guess. Which I get. I get it. Like they're trying to be that platform for new stars, but you can't keep going on like that.
But how you expenses? Like you tape prior. Okay, you have 3-4 big shows a year.
Yeah, how do you explain the loss? Well, I mean,
maybe because you overpay some of these dudes.
I would say they do overpay some dudes, but like there are also numbers coming out recently that people on the main, like women or something on the main roster are making like 45,000.
Okay, but I'm talking about for example, Nakamura. You're gonna tell me Nakamura is making 45,000 or 60,000? That dude is making millions of dollars just because of who he was and what his name was. He wasn't on an NXT contract.
Well, dude, they said the 3 people with the most contracts now is Ziggler because he just signed the $3 million. So he gets 1.5 a year. He got the $3 million 2-year contract, and then they say Cena and Brock are the only ones that are above him. But on NXT, like, dude, who's making $1 million on NXT? Like, there's no way anybody's getting that much. Like, where is the money fucking going? They're paying for their staff. Like, dude, I know they have like 175 training. I don't know if they're like trainees or with the active roster, but there's like 175 people that train at that fucking performance center, and it's a huge facility. But it's like, dude, they sign everybody. They sign people just to not be able to
compete against.
Yeah, so that other people can't compete against them. But you got basically 2 failing brands because you have this, and then you have the UK division, which
is non-existent.
So this just shows you. So do you guys? There you go. There's your answer why we haven't seen shit from the UK brand. Because look at the profit loss from NXT.
Yep.
They're gonna risk that again with another brand? No, they're just gonna, sandbag that on
I think big changes are coming. They're talking about cutting pay-per-views. We'll see what happens.
Dude, yeah, if they need to go.
Maybe they're beginning to realize that shit, and they're like, now they're realizing it. We'll see what happens.
I just don't understand where is the money going, dude? Like, that's a fuckload of money.
I guess they do a lot. I guess they do a lot of tours too. A lot of overseas tours, like rock festival tours over in Europe and shit.
Yeah, dude, and maybe just having to bring that shit. I don't know, bring all those people over there.
Most likely.
All right, so here is our last topic before we get into our tweet of the week and sign off with you guys. This was kind of not something I would say I didn't expect, but not to this extreme. I first started to hear about some of this stuff from David Starr, who's an indie wrestler. He wrestles for like Beyond and WXW and some of the Midwest promotions. I'm sure you guys are, some of you smarks out there and hipsters are familiar with David Starr. But he was posting some things on his Twitter about WrestleMania weekend and some of the restrictions that the Louisiana Boxing and Wrestling Commission has. And he was saying to make sure, that all the wrestlers get their license, there's like this $25 license that they have to get if they want to work in New Orleans. And also to make sure that they have a blood test within the past 6, what do you mean 6 months? They have to have get a blood test the fucking day of, dude. Like in porn, I think it's like a 7 to fucking 10 day window that they have. They have to get tested. Like if they're shooting, they have to get filmed. Like I don't know why I know that. Probably because I heard it on a wrestling shoot, but from someone. But I think in porn they have to get like tested like every 7 to 14 days or every like 2 weeks. So they got to get anyway. So they have to have a blood test for HIV and hepatitis. I don't know, what is it, B and C? Yeah. Within 6 months of wrestling. So David Starr made sure, he's like, make sure you guys get your blood test, your blood work done.
What's the best of all, though?
Dude, yeah, speaking of blood, make sure that you get your wrestling license. There was also some things that the promoters needed to do. If they didn't already have a promoter's license in Louisiana, they are allowed to borrow one from an existing promotion that does have one in Louisiana. That's pretty funny.
You could borrow one.
Yeah, you can just borrow somebody's promoter's license if you don't have any. But the big kicker that has Chris popping over there is
so funny
that blood and pile drivers are
pile drivers.
Yeah, no pile drivers are allowed. Now we know WWE has banned pile drivers, but this is statewide throughout the state of Louisiana.
Doesn't Taker do a pile driver?
Yeah, Undertaker does a tombstone. I mean, there's probably 675 indie shows that week. Every single indie wrestler does a Canadian destroyer or a package pile driver as a near fall spot. So that's fucked off now. So there you go, guys. You better start coming up with mat-based submission finishers, like you should anyway. Yeah, so basically no pile drivers or variations, and no blood, guys. No blood.
I mean, there's no blood in WWE anyway, unless it's accidental. Anyway.
Right, now we know, like...
But yeah, right, but indies, yeah.
Yeah, but you're going to ban it from the indies for that week?
I mean, like, hardcore, like, barbed wire matches. That's the gimmick of the show. What was the one you were telling me earlier? Pancakes and powder.
Well, yeah, I mean, CZW is going to have a show down there for WrestleCon on Saturday. It's not last year they had the best of the best tournament. This year it's odd. Their best of the best tournament is like a week after the Mania shows, but whatever. I don't know if so. There you go. CCW can't have any hardcore matches, and I know a lot of you guys out there have been bitching anyway that since Sami Callihan took over, the CCW's been straying away from the hardcore stuff. Not so much, but they have been doing like more straight up matches. So there you go. That's gonna be it. I know you guys are gonna say, "Oh no, they're nailing CZW's coffin." So no violence from CZW, no blood. So we can't get any death matches or anything like that. And like what Chris is alluding to is, also on Saturday morning is the WrestleCon show, Pancakes and Pile Drivers, which is like the breakfast event where you can go and eat breakfast and watch matches. That's just ironic that it's called Pancakes and Pile Drivers, but Pile Drivers aren't even allowed. So I would love for them to do a riv on it and just call it, and just call the event, put a slash through and call it and Pancakes, or just Pancakes or something funny, or just change the name of the event.
Pancakes and Slams.
Yeah, Pancakes and Power Slams, or something funny. Like, it'd be funny if they had to change the name of the event. But I just...
Pancakes and Slams.
I'm not, like, surprised that WWE, has banned that kind of shit, but for the
state
athletic commission to
the state as a whole is banning it.
Bro, it's fake though. Like, if I want to freaking
we know wrestling's fake.
Yeah, but it's like it's performance art. It's not real matches. If I want to hurt myself, then
you're putting yourself in a position where accidents can happen.
You're always putting yourself in a position where accidents can happen in wrestling. I know it's increasing it if you're doing the death match or the hardcore
but
stuff.
I'm saying, but the pile driver alone, especially in the neck area, which is that goes. You're.
I know, and I should be.
It's not like breaking a leg.
And we've been on here before, pretty.
It's not like breaking a leg.
Yeah, I know. It's damage to your head, and we've been on here plenty of times. We should be we shouldn't be as surprised by this, because we've been on here I'm saying several times before, speaking out against so many head bumps and spots. So
yeah,
I'm not disappointed. It's not stopping me from going down there. I'm already going down there. Was I expecting to go down there to see fucking a bunch of hardcore matches? Not really. I mean, the first show that I have tickets for is on Thursday at 3 o'clock, Matt Riddle's Bloodsport, which is just so funny because it has blood in the name. And yeah, the stipulation is no ropes matches with submission or knockout victories only. but that's to try to work Riddle's MMA kind of style thing. It's not so that there can be a bunch of like, hardcore matches.
It's still going to be a work.
Yeah, it's still going to be a work. So they don't need to do blood spots on Bloodsport, even though one or two would be cool. But, it's just funny. Funny irony in the world of wrestling.
They can always pull out the fake one. Right? Or is that not allowed?
What, fake blood?
I mean...
I don't know. Do they do fake blood? Yeah, like was it speculated that... No, it was speculated that Vince cut himself before.
You get like a little capsule of small blood somewhere, and like when you get...
Dude, I'm sure they could work it if they really had to. If they have to use fake blood, I'd be fine with it.
If like you kick me in the head, like with my hands in the air, and you stuck my hand, and the blood was like sitting right here and just explodes.
Well, there was speculation that Vince used fake blood or already cut himself and put new skin on in that headbutt spot with Owens. So I'm sure if they need to work it, really needed to do a blood spot, they could. But it's just funny that the things that are banned, there are matches or events named after those things. But that's just
it's kind of funny.
The wacky world of professional wrestling.
Seriously.
And to follow up on the wackiness of professional wrestling, we will go with our 2 tweets of the week this week. Speaking of the hardcore and violent stuff, got another tweet of the week from our man, the king of violence, Nick Gage. This one was just a funny one because when I was stoned the other night looking for tweets of the week, this popped me. This was Nick Gage's response to a tweet from Game Changer World, and it says, Game Changer's Jimmy Lloyd heads to Mexico to join the stars of DTU and Freedoms for the Devastator tour in March. Hashtag Lucha Extrema. Hashtag Ultraviolent. And Nick Gage responds, hope the cartel gets you, bud.
I don't know what to be. I don't know what to be. I get it, but I just don't understand the beef between. But it's just really funny.
Maybe he's just breaking balls because Game Changer is Gage. Yeah, Game Changer is Gage. Well, like for a shoot, Game Changer is Gage's promotion, but he is their champion. No shit, but yeah, it's just funny. I don't know if it's like storyline. I don't really follow Game Changer that much. I want to go to Game Changer show, but I don't know if they're feuding storyline wise. But that's pretty funny. And the second tweet of the week that I picked out was from Terry Crews, right? That's pretty funny because, as you guys may or may not have known, Apollo Crews lost his last name this week. The reason they said was because the kid that did that shooting in Florida, his last name was Cruz, even though it was spelled differently. And they said that Vince thought in the wake of that it would remind too many people of him. I don't know. That sounds like a bullshit PC move, if you ask me. But they dropped Cruz's name down to Apollo. So someone, this is fucking great. Someone posted, this guy, Joe Somar, at Joe Somar, had posted on Twitter, Apollo had to drop the Cruz because Terry Crews has massive heat with the same lizard people that run WWE. To which Terry Crews, official, there's a blue check mark, responded, I like and respect Apollo and wish him well, but the WWE stole my name in the first place. So there you go, Mr. Terry Crews and Mr. Apollo.
That's so funny.
You lost your name.
Oh, man. It's great.
So that's all our that covered. Yeah, that's everything for this week. No more notes. A lot of shows coming up this weekend. I will plug real quick. I got to start putting like a not a concert calendar, but an events calendar together for you guys. Friday night there is a show in Brooklyn. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on what it is, but I know that my boys from False Finish will be there. They invited me to go to that show with them, but I won't get out of work on time. I could check my events thing real quick, but there is a show up there. It's got like Homicide, LAX, all those guys on it. It's called Create or Die Wrestling. But so that's on Friday night. On Saturday in Enfield, Connecticut at 2 p.m. Beyond Wrestling is having a show, and it's actually part of a double header because Blitzkrieg Wrestling will be having their show at 7 p.m. So you got a double shot on Saturday. Sunday in Worcester, Beyond Wrestling will be having another afternoon show, so you got that to get you ready for Sunday night's Elimination Chamber. So guys, don't forget to ride the WWE buzzwaves, watch the Chamber.
I'm still debating.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm honestly still debating.
I mean, I'll watch it because I'll have to cover some shit for the show. But also this weekend, I don't know if it's going to be on the New Japan Network, but Ring of Honor versus New Japan Honor Rising nights 1 and 2, I believe Friday and Saturday. Those have some pretty cool matches and some, they're all like ROH versus New Japan.
Is that every time they wrestle?
Yeah, pretty much. Anytime
Right.
they have a show together, it's always like, versus matches that don't really...
Seriously.
They don't really count for anything, but it's cool. It's cool to have like their little versus, cards. So that'll be this weekend. So yeah, there's plenty of wrestling to watch besides WWE. If you don't want to watch Chamber, plenty of stuff to go to, at least over here on the East Coast. And yeah, if you do want to watch Chamber, well then that's awesome because you can join in on ripping it with us on all of our social media, which I will plug once again before we sign off. So BuzzHumans, if you want to ride the digital buzzwaves with us, make sure to join the Relevant Rasslin Productions Facebook page, facebook.com/Relevant Rasslin. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Relevant Rasslin. Subscribe to Relevant Rasslin Productions YouTube page. Listen to refined audio versions of this video show on Audio Boom and Google Play Music. Read our notes page section on our Facebook page for some relevant reviews. More of those coming out. We're going to try to get more, maybe a Tumblr page together. Revitalize our Tumblr.
Shit about Tumblr, to be completely honest.
I gotta
Never used it.
I gotta hit up Dan Kazaz, see if he still has the passwords for the old Tumblr page. I'll try to fix that up, and we try to put some more blog postings on there more regularly. Also, make sure to check out the Japanese Pro Ichiban page on WordPress for more relevant writings. We're part of that. Big shout out again to False Finish Productions, Tenacious Tyler, and the Hudson Valley Wrestling Alliance. BuzzHumans.
You're forgetting one more person.
Who's that?
The man that's missing this hour.
Oh.
You gotta give a shout out to our boy Tim.
That's right. Big shout out.
Shout out to Tim.
Big shout out to Tim, Tim got a new job finally after being out of work for a little while. Snapped a streak, just like the Bar snapped a streak over their 8-month booking escapade with The Shield. So, like Chris said, BuzzHumans, big shout out to Tim. Buzz fam.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Don't you worry.
He has to readjust to a different routine.
Yeah, now Tim's working overnights, so
he'll be back.
He's just tapping out early like a jobber, but that's okay. BuzzHumans.
Don't be all.
Kayfabe may be dead, but originality and diversity are not. Relevant Rasslin Productions. It's always relevant to us. Damn it.
Unfortunately.
Thank you and peace.